get used.
Beautiful. The sun is shining, everybody. Now, a little chilly when you step out. You might want to grab a jacket on your way out. But Elise Spence assures us it will warm up. And it is getting hot in here. Lots going on in the world of entertainment today. Time for our Pop Talk.
We're getting the scoop this morning from David Caplan of GossipDavid.com. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas spotted together.
Yes. So, as we know, they announced a separation in August. A month later, in September, they said, you know, we're working it out. But they haven't been spotted together. They weren't at the awards together a couple months ago. However, a source tells me that they saw them at the Saks Fifth Avenue in Greenwich, Connecticut. This was last week. They were walking around Saks. His arm was around hers. And in fact, adds that they've been spending a lot of time in Greenwich together, sort of, you know, holed up there, spending a lot of time. And in fact, because they live near Bedford, New York, which you know is about a half an hour or so from Greenwich. So they're definitely spending time together, and they really are working on it. This wasn't just sort of lip service that, like, their rep said. So, and it's pretty good because, you know, there hasn't been much buzz about them, actually, in Greenwich. So the people there are being very well behaved and not talking about them, except for the person who told me. But yeah, you know, there's one big tattletale in Greenwich. But yeah, so it looks like they're really working, you know, to get things together. And he's been really busy, actually, overseas doing publicity for actually that HBO, Behind the Candelabra, is airing now in Europe. So he's actually doing PR for that. So, but there, yeah, looks like they're going to be back together. So a storybook romance will continue.
Good for them, hiding out in Greenwich. All right, hiding out in Saks Avenue. Saks Fifth Avenue. Okay, let's talk about Kristen Bell, Dax Shepard. They made it official. Congratulations to them.
So they got married on Thursday, and that was revealed the day after. But they got married actually at the courthouse in Beverly Hills. What happened is they went to get their wedding license there. They had no intention, supposedly, of actually tying the knot, just getting the license. They'd have 30 days to do it. After a court person there suggested, hey, why don't you get married now? They're like, why not? So it was the two of them, a photographer, which was the witness, and then the clerk official. They got married, and then she confirmed it the next day, Kristen Bell, saying wife coffee tastes better than regular coffee. Ha ha. You know, tweeting it at that. So it's cute, it's warm and fuzzy. They've been together since 2007, engaged since 2010, but they said they wouldn't actually get married until gay marriage was legal in California. So now that it happened, they're getting married. And, you know, Brad and Angelina have said that, so get ready for the floodgates. And they have a baby, actually, a daughter, Lincoln, and that was, and she was born actually this past spring. So there you go. You have a common bond with her.
A happy little family.
Exactly.
That was like an excuse for people who didn't really want to get married.
I know, right?
Now it's rapidly dwindling.
That's like, excuse, all right, gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. I know. Right, I know. Brad and Angelina better pick up the pace here.
Yeah, right.
Well, the royal wedding led to the royal baby, and Prince George is being unveiled for his christening on Wednesday.
That's right. So this is going to happen on Wednesday at St. James Palace at the chapel there. This is obviously in England, and there are only going to be about 60 people there. It's going to be, of course, you know, the great-grandparents, the Queen and Prince Philip. However, what's interesting, though, is that none of the great-uncles won't be there. So Prince Andrew, Prince Edward, they're not going to be there, and that's still 60 people. The palace is saying there's no rift within the family. They just want to keep it, quote, small. So for 60 people, and in fact, the public, we're not going to know much about what actually happens at the christening until the following day when the palace releases an official portrait and any details that they want to release.
Unless the Duchess does like a little selfie with the baby.
A selfie with the baby, right? That would make them very modern, because, you know, their whole thing is that they're supposed to be sort of, you know, very 21st century and everything. So that is a good idea. They better tune into the next segment, right?
The ones we see back here is very, you know, down to earth. Yeah. Her dad took the picture.
Exactly, yeah. You know, shows where Zara, maybe she'll be wearing like H&M to the christening or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah, and they'll sell out in 5 seconds, too. Well, let's talk about Kim Kardashian.
Yes. In
a recent interview saying Kanye has veto power over her wardrobe. Let's get into this.
Setting the woman's movement back 20 years, Kim Kardashian says in a new interview that she dresses for her man. She says she likes to dress, you know, sexy for him. That if she puts on an outfit and he doesn't like it, it goes away. She changes into something different, that she wants to look good for him. And that she says even she's changed the way she dresses since she's had her daughter, Nori. For example, Nori, she likes to see her in lighter shades, pastels, nothing like bright pink, nothing classical. So Kim now wants to wear similar sort of hues and palettes as her daughter. So this is a whole new Kim.
Do you think Kanye says, Kanye doesn't like that. You know, talks in third person.
Oh, yeah, totally talks in third person.
Kanye doesn't like that. Kanye likes this better.
Or he like tweets it to her or something like that.
There is something to be said for that, though. You want your husband to find you attractive.
True.
So you kind of, you know what he likes and doesn't like.
You know what? I feel like a 21st century woman, but I'm not going to purposely wear something if I know my husband hates it. I mean, why bother?
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, Kanye thinks he's like the best designer in the world, as we've heard over the past few weeks. So
right. Kanye is.
Yeah, right?
Then again, sometimes it's what Kim Kim isn't wearing.
That is very true.
Like the selfie that I think we have to digitize the entire photograph to put it on the air of her backs. Yeah, we basically do.
There we go.
Idea.
So this is last week, and this sort of sent the Twitter sphere went crazy about it because it was very revealing, very curvy. And of course, when she posts a photo like that, she opens herself up to tons of criticism. Is she curvy? She's too fat. She's lost a lot of weight via the Atkins diet, and she says she has a little bit more to go, but she's fine with the way she looks, of course.
Well, she looks great. You can't tell there because we blurred everything out, but
we've seen the
does look
unaltered
great.
photo.
I think there's a person underneath all that blur in there.
I think so too, and a very tiny swimsuit. David Caplan, thank you so much
thanks
for
a
filling
lot.
us in on our Pop Talk headlines this morning. Well, we have been asking today's Q from the couch, do you dress for your man?